I personally was a fan of Ebron. When he's doing when he caught the ball, he was good. When he did catch the ball, he wasn't so good. So I mean, I guess he was the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or whatever, because you never knew what Eric Ebron you would have on the field. But Eric Ebron to the Steelers, thoughts?
If Ben Roethlisberger's playing, I think it's going to be fantastic for them. We talked last year a lot about the accuracy issues with Jacoby Brissett. You look when Andrew Luck was throwing the football, Ebron was all-pro, was a rock star, led the NFL in touchdowns for a while. So I think the newness of Jacoby Brissett, the indecision of Jacoby Brissett, and the accuracy issues he had, along with the deteriorating attitude of Eric Ebron last season, hurt the Indianapolis Colts and hurt Ebron's stock. So I think if Ben Roethlisberger is healthy, I think you're going to see another fantastic year from Eric Ebron.
Marv with the BS Sports Show always delivers for us. Thank you for being our starting quarterback today, and I hope you don't run out of toilet paper, and I hope you don't contact the coronavirus unless it's a corona with a line.
Well, I ordered myself a bidet last week off of Amazon, and so I don't care if I run out of toilet paper. I don't need it.
Hey, there you go. Hey, I want one of those just for fun. All right, bud, we'll catch up with you.
It is fantastic.
Buddy. All right, we'll catch up with you later.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Mo with the BS Sports Show joins us talking about Tom Brady and the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to get into more of this NFL free agency in our abbreviated show here in the home studios of the Balance studio as we're practicing our social distancing. But the good thing is we do have toilet paper. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network. Ed Kracz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, and SI.com will be joining us.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
I can't believe it. I've been playing 4-on-4 with a barbershop quartet.
Pass the ball, pass the rock. We're open, just pass the ball.
Nah, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico. Yeah.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Morning face. You get it when you don't sleep well. This is what happened to Linda.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Ah, what is that thing?
It's me, Linda.
Oh, my God, it talks! Run!
No, it's me, Linda from HR.
It looks hungry! Save the children! Save them! Stay back! I've got mace!
Ow, that went in my eye.
Quit moving!
It's called beauty sleep for a reason. And there's never been a better time to get some.
Get 20% off IKEA Sultan mattresses. IKEA, love your home.
Welcome back to The Balance, our abbreviated version of The Balance today. As you know, we're going to be doing this for another 30 minutes because there's nothing else but NFL to talk about. Thanks, Mo, from the BS Sports Show, joining us and talking with us a little bit about the NFL free agency, Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers, obviously coming to the Colts, Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But joining us now, who's far away from us in Philadelphia in the city of brotherly love, Ed Kracz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ed, how's it going with you, man, in your social distancing, if you will?
Good morning, Tom. Well, I got to tell you, I'm going a little stir crazy, to be honest. But I don't know what else to do. You know, it's just so hard to kind of just pace back and forth, and But thankfully, the NFL has given us something to write about, talk about.
That's right. Yeah.
So, if not for that, geez, I don't know what I'd be doing.
I tell you, it's something else. You know, the good thing is I at least have more toilet paper now. And you may have saw my post on Facebook. Melissa, our social media director, was like, "I'm going to Sam's. You want to split some toilet paper?" I'm like, "Deal." And so I've got like 45 rolls of toilet paper that we split up, and along with some other stuff. But when she went to Sam's, I guess the line was way out, and they had the cops there and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, good Lord, I haven't figured out. But so the good thing is, I have toilet paper, I have water, I have beer, I have Gatorade, I have Coke. So I'm okay. Now I just need some sports to get me through.
Yeah. And Tom, I have a hard time watching old replays of games. I can't even really enjoy that. I don't know why. So they're playing them on every single sports channel, but I just can't enjoy watching them. So
we should be knee deep into March Madness right now, but that's not happening.
Yeah.
And as we were putting the show together, I was just like, NASCAR's doing a pretty cool thing, and I'm going to check it out later. They've got something called the racing, which is it's been going on for a while. It's these esports, and that's gonna. I have a feeling this quarantine thing is going to be the bumper, if you will, to get them noticed more on a national level and on television. But it's basically video gamers playing sports, but they've got a racing one, a NASCAR one, and an IndyCar one, and there's some NASCAR drivers that are teaming up for a race this weekend, along with other gamers across the nation. They're going to televise that on Fox Sports. So I'll check that. I saw some of it on YouTube. It's pretty cool. It's not bad, but if you like simulators, because that's all it is. If you like watching someone else play a video game, there you go. But it's not bad because it does give some sort of reality to it for what we have. Let's get into this. I loved your tweet this past week that you said, "Dang it, Tom Brady had to take the thunder away from Nick Foles," or something to that effect. But Tom Brady obviously dominates the forecast. We'll get into the Eagles and what's been going on with them. I've been seeing your writings as what's going on with them. But let's talk about Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He sniffed around here and kicked some tires here at the Indianapolis Colts and other teams, for that matter, and didn't get the traction. We ended up with Phillip Rivers. We'll get to him in a minute. We just had a big conversation as to Phillip Rivers, and Mo doesn't really agree that it's a good position. My theory is that tells me it's a good indicator that they're going to draft a quarterback because they want someone highly seasoned to help bring them along, set number 2, and this new draft pick in the number 3. And we went through 4 or 5 names of who I think would be a good fit here at the Indianapolis Colts. But that said, and what I talked with Mo about, get your thoughts about this. Extract Tom Brady from the New England Patriots. Do you know who the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots is right now?
I think it's Jarrett Stidham, right? Isn't he the backup?
Yeah, he's the backup, but nobody knows who that is. Yeah. Do you remember several years ago when Drew Bledsoe got hurt? Had anybody heard of Tom Brady? Did anybody know who Tom Brady was?
No.
So
Bill
Belichick has had and it's not just Tom Brady. We could name player after player after player that Bill Belichick has had the ability to create that player from nobody. He has the ability to see something in somebody, and I think he saw the same thing in Garoppolo, which is now in San Francisco. So we extract Tom Brady from the Bill Belichick scenario. We put him in Tampa Bay. Granted, Tampa Bay's got some good weapons, and they're going to load him around. And that may have been part of the decision for him to go to Tampa Bay as opposed to some of the other teams because of the weapons that they had. Because maybe Tom Brady knows he's not as good as we think he is. I don't know. That's just a working theory, and maybe that's just because I live here in Indianapolis that we've got to find a reason to not like Tom Brady. So we're not going to change that just because he goes to Tampa Bay. But there is that theory that the real Tom Brady comes out now.
Well, we'll see. I mean, there weren't a whole lot of offers, from my understanding, for Tom Brady around the league. They had he didn't have a whole lot of choices. It was really the Los Angeles Chargers or the New England or the Tampa Bay Bucks. They were the only two teams. Not even the Las Vegas Raiders were involved. And I'm saying these names: Los Angeles Chargers and Las Vegas Raiders, and that sounds really weird. But he doesn't have a big market. And we got to remember he's going to be 43 years old in August. And last year, I don't care who his weapons were, he just looked like a completely different, much slower to react type of quarterback. He's the guy that has to get the ball out fast. Because I just don't think he's built now for kind of the long haul. I mean, he could play till he's 50, but to me, he just looks like a different guy. He's 43. I don't think the market was that great, so he really didn't have a whole lot of choices. He didn't want to go back to New England. Now he's kind of untethered from that Bill Belichick, like you mentioned, that the Bill Belichick leash. We'll see if he can do it on his own. Yeah, everybody seems to now put Tampa in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl because of Tom Brady. But I say slow down. I mean, I'm not sure. They're not getting the best Tom Brady that we saw back, earlier in this century. That's for sure. I mean, like I said, he's older, and he does have some good weapons. I don't know how good that offensive line is, though. And that's a pretty big thing when you're trying to protect a 43-year-old back there. So we'll see if I think it's good for him on one hand, and that we'll see if he was really the reason for the Patriots winning those Super Bowls, or if it was Belichick. It was probably both. But now we'll see if Brady can do it without Belichick and answer some questions as to who was more responsible for the great run the Patriots had in this century. Was it Belichick or was it Brady? Now we'll see. If Brady goes to Tampa and wins the Super Bowl, my goodness, that would be, I would be sold on him. Right now, I don't think he can do it. I really don't. And I'm not sure how many quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl with two different teams, but I don't think it's too many. I'd have to look back and take a closer look at that. So he's kind of bucking history here to try to get down there and win. Now, you're familiar with Bruce Arians. I mean, Bruce Arians coached in Indianapolis, and
sure,
everybody there loved him. And, I'm a fan of Bruce Arians, and he's a very good quarterbacks type of a coach. So, I think he'll put Brady in some good positions to be successful. But at 43, can Brady still execute, what's being handed to him?
Well, and then we look at the other part of the scenario. Was it Bill Belichick or Tom Brady? If it was Tom Brady, is Tom Brady going to make Bruce Arians the next Bill Belichick? I mean, we could look at it that way too.
You're right.
So let's go on.
Tom, I think it's fascinating no matter how you want to look at it. I mean, there's so many ways you can look at it, but I think it's fascinating. And I really hope the NFL season starts on time so we can get a look at how this develops. But I think that's going to be a fun thing to watch down there in Tampa.
We'll talk a little bit about what's going on with your Philadelphia Eagles. Ed Kracz joins us, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles in SI.com. What's going on as far as fan bases go, and as far as what you're talking about? Malcolm Jenkins is no longer an Eagle; he's now a Saint. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I mean, Jenkins has really meant a lot to the Eagles organization for the last. Well, they signed him as a free agent in 2014, and he played in every single game, 96 straight starts.
96 games.
You're looking at 96 straight games. Yeah, it's really amazing. And he's played less. He's played every single snap except I think like 97 of them in that time. So it's just an amazing run. Now, as good as that is, you have to wonder, because of all that wear and tear, how much does Jenkins have left? He's 32 years old. He wanted, he wanted. My understanding was he wanted $12 million a year for the next 3 years to stay in Philadelphia, which I don't think Howie Roseman, the general manager, was going to pay that kind of money to a 32-year-old with that much wear and tear.